All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing this fine morning, afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is? Holy cow, it's taking a while to load up, yo. Something going on or what? No, maybe I should refresh my YouTube. Sometimes it doesn't come up. You guys are probably like, yeah, it works. There it is. All right. So, yeah, welcome everybody. Good to see you. Glad everybody could join this fine morning. Holy cow. Michael, good to see you. Who's morning? Morning, who's? Ryan, morning. Victor, good day. Flint, vacation DC. Yeah, a little later, huh? Shanbot, good to see you. Blake, Wayne, morning. In North Carolina, not Georgia today. He's going to his local game store in North Carolina to run DCC Day. Are you, Wayne? I think you are, right? Tad, morning. I think I'm up to where people can that are what in the heck? All right. See Joe, morning. Good to see you. Blake. Everybody chiming in. South Coast, indeed. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate the sound and video checks. Flint, good morning. Good morning, Gabe. Thanks for letting me know you're here. Harrigan, good to see you. Holy cow. Tim, morning. Todd. Roger. Holy cow. DCC Day, baby. Sail on Exalted Funeral Prime Day. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. I think it's the last day to vote for the Ennies. 21st, tomorrow, maybe? This is being recorded Saturday, July 20th, so if you see this post live, you may have missed voting for the Ennies. As the Ennies say, vote often. Just as fear the boot. Vote and vote often. Oh, too funny. Oh, what are you doing here, Orcus Dorcas? No traffic. Yeah, I'm surprised I can stream after yesterday's fiasco for all the IT professionals out there. Good job in rectifying the snafu that was. Maybe you're still doing it. All right, let's get into this. I don't know. I didn't know for a question of the day. But I went with this. I think I asked this before. What can I say? My originality and creativity is drying up in my brain. Favorite RPG for a one-shot, favorite RPG for a campaign. Ideally, priority game master. If you don't game master, then play. What are you going to do? Sometimes we got to rehash some old stuff, I think. Nothing wrong with rehashing. It seems like Hollywood is like the rehash kingdom, in my humble opinion. Ooh. Tim says fiasco for one-shots, Dungeon World for campaigns. Ah, interesting. Sometimes it just takes a refresher for me. Like, I would have never guessed that for Tim. But Roger, one-shot Savage Worlds, campaign Forged in the Dark. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, am I going to tell somebody that doesn't make sense? I mean, come on. Forged in the Dark, though, that's a running theme, right? Like, one-shots for Forged in the Dark. Orcus Dorcas, one-shot DCC campaign, Delta Green, booyah. Booyah, Jeepa. Oh, Wayne, one-shot breakers. I would agree with that if Wayne is running it. Roger, one-shot Pendragon campaign. Fiasco. That doesn't make sense. That is not doing it right. You're wrong if you're doing that. No, I'm just kidding. A fiasco campaign. I think that's every RPG that I run. Hey-o. Every campaign that I run is a fiasco campaign. Hey-o. Just kidding. Also, for the Queen, Urban Shadows or Apocalypse World. I like how Tim says, also for the Queen, Urban Shadows or Apocalypse World, but we don't know if that's all one-shots or campaigns. I'm going to guess campaigns. Okay, probably both. Who knows? Tim's just running all of the things. Blake says, one-shot Monster of the Week campaigns, Dungeon World. Wow, look at Dungeon World getting some love. Crazy. You know, I got to admit, how many, like, our hobby, you know, how many hobbies, well, I suppose, this is probably a bad, I'm probably not thinking this all the way through, but it is amazing that some of the things that were created, like, 50 years ago are still being played today. Now, some people would say, well, but Sean, you know, there's lots of hobbies that like use the old things. Like people still drive old cars and have old car shows. So like that was over like maybe 50 or 60 years ago too. That's true. But still, it's kind of... Morning reading, eh? Good to see ya. Hoos, don't know if I have a favorite anymore. Most fun at one shot. The Walking Dead campaign. Hernmaster. William, good morning. Are we at maximum capacity right now? Are we? Bueller? Anyone? Wayne says campaign, which he did not chime in earlier. He just said one shot. He says, I have to say Dragonbane is working better than I thought it would. And this is definitely a question to re-ask, as there are so many damn games. Oh, that's true. Good point, Wayne. Plus, I need a refresher. You guys may change your minds, right? Might have to do this one every 6 months. Breaking Bad would have been a fiasco campaign. Yeah, for sure. That show, man. Oh, it's so something else. Todd says one-shot Dungeon World or a Savage Worlds game. Okay, interesting. Campaign. I can't only go with D&D because it's the only one I've been able to campaign with so far. Really? Interesting. Would not have seen that from Mr. Todd Crapper. Michael says, I am a fan of the tiny D6 lines of books for one-shots. There you go. Orcus Dorcas special category. One shot with booze. Kobolds ate my baby. Is that a beer and booze game instead of a beer and pretzels game? Ted says one shot Mothership or Alien. Campaign too many to choose. That's an interesting one that you mentioned, Alien, as a one shot, because it has different modes. You could have Alien for the same answer for both. Radical. Ryan West. Deathmatch Island looks promising for a one shot. We shall see, sir. We shall see. Promise. It's funny because you're supposed to run it like a mini arc because you're supposed to do multiple islands. So what? I don't know. Because then I don't know if you kind of level up. It's not a leveling system, but you do get a little boons as you go along. Kind of some of those things. But anyways, he says, but DC Funnel is my pick for both one-shot and campaigns. I really would like to get a Mutant Crawl campaign rolling. Wow. Victor Wyatt seconds Tad on his selections. Which he said Mothershop Alien. Mothershop. Mothershop. I was expecting more Vaesen mentions. Whoa. It's in the moment, too. You don't give somebody time enough to think. Todd Crapper says, actually, another good one shot is Hope in Humanity, a card-based post-apocalyptic RPG created by a Canadian designer. Is that by you, dude? Is that by you? Hope in Humanity? You plugging yourself. Caverna, where you been? Hope everything's well. Thanks for coming by. Orcus Dorcas, here's a question for next week. Longest campaign you've played in and or run. Yeah, we could do that. I think I've done that too, but that's not a bad one to revisit either. Write that down. Campaign with Mead, Sagas of the Icelanders. Saga of the Icelanders. And scene. I am role player. That should be like a t-shirt. Like little text. I am role player, and it should be like an outline. Write that down. One shots. What happened to my question of the day here? So people could see it. One shots. Cairn. Tiny D6. Merc Borg. Oh, I guess it's Bori. Is this supposed to be Bori? I've been saying Borg all this time. Professor Dungeon Master's reviewing Pirate Bori, not Pirate Borg. Ugh. Language. We need to do something different with languages. Like, I'm thinking we should turn it into ticks, clacks, and noises. Easier to interpret. For campaign Forbidden Lands, Heroes of Adventure. Heroes of Adventure. That's how my wife would say it. Everything is dramatic and then tapers off. Flint says one-shot Castles and Crusades. Interesting choice. Campaign Shadowdark. Phil McClory. Phil, where you been, buddy? This guy. Mothership for sure, but I'll go with Delta Green. Grind those PCs into dust. Music from a Darkened Room, classic. Going to try out Convergence at the table soon. Yes. Yes. Harrigan. This guy, the whole time, ever since I posed the question, has been going through his entire library and figuring out all the games he's run as play-by-post and online with BSers. And he's going to chime in. Look at him. He's gonna. It's coming, folks. He's whittling it down. He's got a checklist. It has this one, has that. No, it doesn't. Oh, maybe this one. Oh, that one's good, but not that. Good for this one. Shambot, one shot. Most of the books on my shelf. Campaign. Weg Star Wars and Vampire Masquerade. Coriolis and Dragonbane recently. Can you... I guess you can have multiple favorites. Fine. Reading Aid one-shot DCC. Delta Green for campaign. Yes. RP opportunities with fellow agents and then home scenes with bonds make this a great system. And then Simbaroom. Close second. Reading Aid. Man after my own heart. All right. Todd says, nope, not one of mine. Specifically, chose games that aren't mine. Hope in Humanity is from Derek Gour. And there's a second edition out now. All right. Well, go check out Derek's stuff, people. What are you doing? Right now, go. Oh, you do it later. Oh, here you go. Arrogant says, one shots, Mothership, Mecha Hack. See, look at this guy. He's oh, okay. Mecha. He's like, you said you didn't specify 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Barbarians of Lemuria. Is it Lemuria? Do I keep saying Lemuria? DCC Funnels and Pirate Bori. It's like changing the name of Twitter in my brain. Like, it's not Borg anymore. It's Bori. I got to look this up. I got to start speaking some Swedish. Find out what's going on. Hobbsy, low fantasy gaming. Like, that's his answer for everything. Caverna says, I'd like to take the opportunity to ask about Forbidden Lands Season 2. Whoa. Forbidden Lands Season 2, The Journey to the Bitter Reach. Well, maybe. I have to talk to Harrigan. I don't know if the Bitter Reach is ready for us. But if I did use my own games, one-shot High Plains Samurai campaign, High Plains Samurai. Any day, every day, I'd run that while homeless on a street corner. That's when you know you're back in a game. Here we go. Harrigan's got the list pared down. Campaigns. Certain OSR paired with OSR adventures. Oh, man. Okay. Delta Green, Vason, Forbidden Lands, Hit the Streets, Defend the Block, and Beyond the Wall. All right. Willow's Answers, Monster Hearts, the Great Pendragon campaign, even though it was a lot of GM work. Okay, very good. Thanks, Willow, for chiming in from the background. Sean's giving off Yellow King vibes. Indeed. I should read that book. I don't know. I haven't read Yellow King, and I don't know if I've ever read any Lovecraft. It is Lemuria. Okay, just wanted to double check. It's Lemuria. Whatever, Blake. I'm good for it in the fall, Shano. Caverna. We'll have to do a closed audience. Have Caverna. I could just imagine like us on stage doing an actual play, like all those big productions that go on tour, and then the only person in the audience is Caverna. Like Caverna's like this rich billionaire magnate who just like hires us to like play Forbidden Lands for him. Oh my gosh, it's Bori. My world is shook. I know, right? It is. It is Bori, isn't it? Merc Bori. Now I got to relearn something. It's like that one song that you sing wrong for 30 years. The internet comes out, and then you look up the lyrics, and you're like, oh, no. I took the 405 to Lemuria and then 91 to the 57 and got off at Hyperborea. You're welcome, Marcus. One shot is much more dependent on GM player dynamic than system, in my opinion. There's an argument to be made for sure. For sure. Wayne Peacock says, Harrigan said the next one is actually called Season 2, The Blood March, but we start in the Bitter Reach. It's funny. So Wayne, Phil, myself, and Kevin are in that game that I'm referring to as far as Forbidden Lands games. That's Caverna's referring to. Oh, yeah. Oh, and Dolmenwood is the kind of thing I was talking about. Gold. It should be coming, right? Like this fall, I think. The print, right? We are the Bori. Resistance is futile. Can we say, like, we are the Bori. Resistance is futilely? You did say futilely. All right, Tim. I got you. Harrigan's writing stuff down. Can't wait for the physical books to come out. Probably talking about Dolmenwood. Oh God, that's the one, dude. That's bad. Man for Man's Earth Band for sure. Ugh. This fall, they're back in their journey to Bitter Reach. Oh, Dolmenwood delayed. 2025? Oh, no. Damn. All right. That's good. Hey, since we're all here, since you're here, if you could just, reach over and hit that thing, hit the like or dislike button, if you would be so kind. I'm trying to break the record. I don't know what the record is. I could look up, I suppose. Yeah, if you'd be so kind. Unlike podcast reviews, the thumbs up thing actually does something. Actually, comments do too, but you can't comment because this is the live stream. So if you see this after it's been live, just put a favorite emoji down below in the comments. Yes, poop emojis can be your favorite emojis. All right, let's get this thing on the road, shall we? Next Bori, Hyperbori. Hyperbori. And then the last, it should be, the campaign should be called Ah. Yes, you've played Hyperbori, but have you played Hyperborea? Huh? Hyperborea. Play in the land of Ah. Use the Hyperbori game. Yeah. Beaslandia, good times. I'd like to think we had a little chemistry going on during that game, Phil. Maybe just a little bit. All right, let's get into something. Don't have a button. Don't have a button for that. I'm lost without the button. Let's do bundles. Woof. Bundles. Like bundles of joy. No. Uh-oh. What is going on here? My production staff is off today, so. Stars Without Number, which I always thought was an interesting title. Like it was incomplete. Stars Without Number. Because I'm always wanting to be like Stars Without Numbers. Maybe Star Without Numbers? Doesn't matter. If you are a science fiction RPG person and you don't have any of Mr. Crawford's stuff from Zine Namane, check it out. So you can get Stars Without Number for free, but it doesn't have everything in it. It has everything to play the game. It's probably got the most, besides like an SRD, to play the game that you can get out on DriveThruRPG. But if you get the deluxe version, it has all the more stuff. So check this out. Plus, I think, Galactic Sandbox worth 80 bones, and you can pay just $8. DRM free. So charity, 10% of each payment after gateway fees will be donated to a charity designated by Kevin Crawford, who is the designer of Stars Without Number. to the Benzie Food Partners, a food bank serving Kevin's home county in Honor, Michigan. So there you go. There you go. Next up. Yeah, I guess something wrong on the table. All right, next one, Pathfinder. Man, oh man. This isn't... I don't think this is the same one that popped up before. But it is one that has some other third parties like Cobalt Press, Frog God Games in the Mega Bundle. So it's not just Paizo. It's not a Paizo Pathfinder. It's third-party Pathfinder. Midgard, right? So if you want to use some of the cool stuff from the third-party publishers that have written for Pathfinder, you want to check this out. They're recommending like a $55 tithe for this one, but I mean it's what is this all total that? It's crazy. It's crazy. 75 items. $75 items. There you go. Oh, and I should probably put the links in the chat because somebody would have probably wanted to do that. Whoops. Come on, you. Come on. What's going on here? Oh, come on. Come on, copy pasted. All right, there's the stars without number in the chat. And then here is the Mega Pathfinder bundle. That's all I had for bundles. There's other bundles out there, folks, but those are the ones that I happen to grab that you can enjoy. I'm going to go into RPG news, huh? The news. Whoosh. Woof. Boing, boing, boing. Hey, this just in, another study, and this article put out there July 19th, 2024, play D&D for better mental health. I would say play RPGs for better mental health. I mean, it's not the same SEO, but hey. So the study from University College Cork, published in the International Journal of Role-Playing. I didn't know there was an International Journal of Role-Playing. Did you? Found that tabletop RPGs benefit both players and dungeon masters. Huh. Study participants were adults of a range of ages and genders from 3 different countries, all of whom played D&D regularly. Not sure what that means, regularly, but the study consisted of semi-structured interviews and questions about their history and experiences with the game. So there you go. Something we already knew. But let's put some science behind it, shall we, folks? Check it out there. We're actually gonna talk about this article and others in our next episode of Covenstead, the RPG podcast by Todd Crapper and his co-host. Her name escapes me. Next up, Dungeons & Dragons classic module dice sets from Beetle & Grimm's. You guys probably have an idea of how I feel about, giving all the spotlight to the D's and D's. I'm trying to do a little bit more or less with that. But nonetheless, I thought this was pretty cool. So, Beetle & Grimm, what are they, the bougie? They should be bougie and grim. Come on, Beetle & Grimm. It's in jest. Come on. Come on, Matt. Lard, come on. They've always put out the big high production, super awesome silver, gold, platinum editions of certain Wizards of the Coast games, along with others. I think they've done work for Paizo as well. So they're doing this. Beetle and Grimm continues to set the standard in geek luxury products in tabletop role-playing with the classic module dice collections. 6 collector boxes designed around classic D&D modules filled with themed elements. Featuring felt-lined boxes, these collections are themed to a classic module and contain module-themed elements, including a set of 7 resin dice, plus an oversized D20 themed to the adventure, 4 collector cards with classic D&D module art on the front, as well as the historic lore details and additional artwork related to each module on the back, and then a 50th anniversary commemorative coin celebrating the module. So the first 6 classic modules to receive themed boxes are Expedition to the Barrier Peaks, Ravenloft, Temple of Elemental Evil. Which one would you get? We're not done yet. Tomb of Horrors. I like the coin of the Tomb of Horrors so far the best. Greyhawk. This is Vecna Lives. White Plume Mountain. Now those are the ones. That's it. Which one do you pick? How have there not been official themed D&D dice before? There must have been. I don't know if it's like this. But yeah, I don't know if they have. Which, you're right, yeah. Like, it's a no-brainer, right? Put out dice, put a theme around it. But it could be considered like box sets. Like, that's what killed WotC, right? Or WotC, TSR back in the day. Like, oh, you put out a bunch of Ravenloft dice sets. But then, like, I don't like Ravenloft, so I'm not going to buy that dice set. Which I think is kind of ridiculous, but... Oh, there is. WotC has them for most of their books. Oh, interesting. Did not know that. There you go. Plus this is a coin and cards. Just saying. It's just more. They have done official themes dice. Only 80 modules. Interesting. Yeah. It's 50th anniversary, man. They themed decent sets to modules they were putting out in 5e. Vecna or Temple, those would be my choices. I'm a fan of Ravenloft. But I like the coin, man. Tomb of Horrors. Some of these other coins, I don't know. Who's can relate to this? Some of you vets can relate to this. Like, some of the coins are pretty... Hold on a second. I have your undivided attention. So talking about coins, some of the cooler, like some of these aren't that great, but here is, let's see if I can help out with this here. Focuses. So it's a small coin compared to like this thing is probably $50 size, and then this thing is like huge full dollar size. So these are military coins, and the military is known for get these minted Come on, you. Focus. All right. And in the back. So, but these cannot be cheap to make. Usually get those coins for, thanks, Hoos. Usually get those when you're done with a tour, typically, or some type of achievement, representing good unit values or whatever it is. But you don't get a lot of them. Now, these kinds are, and sometimes you can use them for, a day off if you want to cash one in. But I don't know. To me, it'd be kind of silly because you don't get a lot of these at all. Like literally, this one is one unit I was in, and this was in another, and I served in 3 units, and then that's all I got. Like, I don't have any 5 of these suckers. But anyways, so yeah, coins here. I mean, well, they're nice. They're nice. So, anyways, there you go. Keep her moving. So. Rob Wieland. Oh, come on, Forbes, killing me. Okay, so this just in. Trampling at Gen Con foreseen 5 people injured as, 10,000 people line up the doors, say even 1,000 people line up at the doors to get into the exhibit hall on the first day of Gen Con to snag one of 3,000 D&D players' handbooks. You heard it here, folks. I mean, can you imagine? Who's been to Gen Con the most recently? Who's been there? Like, who was there last year? Anybody? Morning, Eileen. Good to see you. Well, if the military makes them, they probably cost $300 a piece. That's true. $300. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Got to fund those other programs somehow. Delta Green doesn't exist in a vacuum. I have a box of collectible coins from my time as a professional assassin. They're great for a bunch of different things. Hotel stays, cleanup crews. No, wait. That was the John Wick films. There you go, dude. Eileen was there last year. That was nuts. So, right? Like, it's exhibit hall opens up. It's a mad dash, right? There's got to be like, hey, we're going to put out the player's handbook, a new player's handbook for D&D, the first one in over, 10, 11 years at Gen Con. Oh, by the way, only 3,000. Hey, good luck. Oh, God. Damn it. That thing is going to frickin' gestures, man. Are going to crash my computer again. Like 30,000 people line up at the doors. Yeah, it's going to be a little nuts. The D&D players' handbooks won't be in the exhibit hall, and they are available at 3 p.m. Okay, well, that's good. Somebody's thinking. I didn't read the article, so Oh, I see. Here it is. The convention will offer. Hey, Sean, why don't you read the article, you knucklehead? Okay. The convention will offer the opportunity to purchase the book through Gen Con's event ticketing system. Oh, there you go. Smooth. It's going to be smooth. Smooth. Each day, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a certain amount of tickets will be offered to attendees to reserve a copy to be purchased. The lucky winners will be allowed to buy one book at $49.99 using a credit card only, no cash. Credit card only, no check. There you go. All right. Well, somebody's thinking, hey, let's not make this. Hey, there's a mad dash. We need no trampling at the Gen Cons. Hoosh, you should make the trek once. It is. Oh, I don't even know what it's like now. I think when I went, the highest it got up to was like 40,000. Now it's like 70. Crazy. I mean, if you like crowds and stuff, getting close with some of your most personal, with some of your not so personal friends. But he was there. He said it was madness. Yeah. All right, moving on. DCC Day. Who's celebrate? DCC Day now. Come on. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. There's a party going on right here. A funnel to celebrate the year. So bring your dice chain and your one-card PC sheets. We're going to celebrate DC Day and party with you. This is why you're here. You're welcome. There's a lot of stores here. DCC Day 2024 locator. Let me put these damn links in the damn chat for you guys, or I'm going to get yelled at by Ryan West. I can't do that. Can't afford to lose one more viewer. Be eating like, I don't know what's less than ramen. There's a lot here. I didn't count them all, but there is. My local store, Knoble Knight, is doing it. Yep, even some place in Mexico, Canada. Look at all the Canada stores. UK, Korea. Hey, Dice and Comics Cafe in Korea. All right, there you go. And if you're ever in Korea and you're in Seoul, check out Dice and Comics Cafe. There you go. You're welcome. Yeah, that's right. Does Gen Con run on CrowdStrike? Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Day job talk. DCC Day. Heck yeah! Funnels as far as the eye can see. All right. Modifius. Thanks. Who posted this in the Discord? Are they here? Are they present? I apologize for not putting it out there. I did get the newsletter, by the way, but nonetheless. Space in 1999. Millennials or Gen Zers everywhere are scratching their heads. Wait a minute. Space 1999? Sign up. Subscribe for the news, but make sure you subscribe on the right country, because if you sign up for the UK newsletter, it's harder to understand. In all seriousness, though, if you get the UK newsletter, if you click on any of the links or the products, it takes it to their UK site. Okay, so go to if you're the US person. For those of you that are probably in Europe, I'm guessing UK. This will be cool if it looks like they're going to try to mimic it. I don't know. But like Deathmatch Island, that circa 1950s technical manual weird look and, like Art Deco design. I guess it's Art Deco. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, I can see that in the cover of this rulebook. It kind of looks cool. It looks cool. I gotta admit, I don't remember much about Space 1999. This must when did it come out? You guys know? Who's the Space 1999 freak in the chat? Do not divulge your age. Just let us know. You don't have to say you watched it live, not in reruns or syndication. I don't know if I'm up for this thing. I don't know. It's going to be 2D20, I'm guessing. Yeah, complete rules system using the award-winning 2D20 system. There you go. So if you're a lover of 2D20, and if you're not, well, there you go. Mileage may vary, baby. 1975. Thanks, Tim. 1975 is when it started? Really? How many years did it run, Tim? It streams on YouTube 24/7. Oh, good to know. I might have to check that out. I don't know. All right. Shrapnel, the Battletech magazine. So last week we did the Ennies. So some of these things are like from 2 weeks ago. So I caught up on a couple things, and I thought this was interesting. So for some of the Battletech fan folks that might feel a little creative itch that they want to contribute to this thing and may have not seen the memo. So Moksha, about Shrapnel, the Battletech magazine fiction. Shrapnel is in the market for official short fiction set in the Battletech universe. Chris Hussey's got to be all over this. I got to imagine he knows. So if you don't follow Chris, he pops into our Discord server, and I can't remember the show he's doing, but he's been involved with Fear the Boot in the past. And during some of those old episodes, some of those guys are big Battletech fans. And Chris, I know, had written quite a bit of fan fiction in the Battletech. I think he actually, and this is not a secret, it was out in the podcast, he actually wrote letters to his, I don't even think they were married at the time, writing to his then girlfriend, eventually wife, in Battletech, like email fiction, or email letters. So that guy's was Die Hard for sure. So there you go. Here's all the rules, all the info. Check it out if you're so inclined. Next up, it just dropped mini review of the Soul System. So this is for the Expanse. So if you're an Expanse fan and you're plugged in, then you might already know about this. This was dated July 11th, 2024. This is more of kind of a review on the Soul System, and then it also has a link. So you can get the PDF now. The print will, and then you could pre-order the print. So it's available now in PDF and pre-order for print. So Chapter 1 covers politics, crime, movers and shakers. Chapter 2 covers space stations. Chapter 3, business, shipping, and trading. Chapter 4, planet-side business. And Chapter 5, orgs, cults, and politics. There you go. Anybody playing The Expanse? It's funny that a lot of us probably love the books, the television series, or both. I don't own The Expanse RPG by Green Ronin Games. And then there was silence, like space. It was deafening. Michael says, I'm slowly reading The Expanse books, starting the 3rd book soon. I think I have the 1st book digitally that I have not read. I think I started, and then I didn't, and I put it down. Orcus Dorcas talking about Space 1999. All right. Okay, lots of talk about The Expanse. I love the game. I have the game. I have the game, loved books, and watched series. So I don't hear played the game from Ryan, but that's all right. The Expanse would be on my shelf if my shelves weren't crowded. New edition of The Expanse RPG is going to be crowdfunded. Good to know. Hopefully this is going to be, I got to imagine this is compatible, right? Did I put the link in the chat? I did. Okay. Well, there you go. And then here's the Green Ronin store. I'll just throw this up there and you can go and get it if you want. Boop. Boop, boop. There you go. There you go. That was for RPG news, I guess. News? Kind of. News? Print news. Let's do it. Let's do. Should we? Okay. Print news. What is it? It's Handiwork Games. Somebody posted this in the Discord too. I think this might have been Victor, actually. I know Victor posted one of these links. Cold City Hot War. I have never heard of this, and it's not the first time it's being put out. So they're going to redo it, which is interesting. Has my interest. It is of interest. It intrigues me. It is intriguing to me. Welcome to Conjugating. See you, Roger. F1 quali. Boy. About Cold City and about Hot War. So Cold City Hot War. Originally published in their first editions in 2007 and 2008. And they have a video from Games in History and Games. Must talk to some of the people behind it. Author Malcolm Craig. And then What Would the Smart Party Do? Did a podcast on it. I may have to check this out. So about Cold City. Cold City is the divided city of Berlin. Things hide in the darkness. Things must be destroyed. Those that seek out these horrors are riven by suspicion, mistrust, and political ambition. For occupying powers of Britain, France, and the USA, and Russia all have their own agendas. So it doesn't say the year of Cold City. Is it the same as Hot War? Because Hot War takes place in 1963, but in London. So Hot War is a year since the Cold War went hot, and this was not just nuclear war. For more sinister, darker weapons were deployed. So about Hot War, survival and rebuilding are all that matters, but human nature and tragic circumstances mean that everyone has their own ambitions. So you have you're into this maelstrom steps the Special Situations Group, a motley band of men and women tasked with jobs too dirty or dangerous for anyone else. Yeah, dirty and dangerous. Yeah. Can't do those gestures anymore until I disable those stupid things, like from orbit. Victor says, I love those games, Sean. And we love you too, Victor. Do you play them? Have you run them and played them, Victor? Stop moving, chat. See you, Flint. Thanks for stopping by. See you, Todd. Did I say something? Was it something I said? Something I did. At least there's no Irish exits. They have a bit of the weird in them, but you would love both of them for the spy feel. Victor, he knows me. He gets me. Almost grabbed used copies right before they announced the new printings. Whoop. We'd reel that one back in. They were different games originally. Oh, interesting. Cold City is just prior to the Berlin Wall going up. And is one of the first indie games from the Forge era I've ever played. Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Next up, the Arcane Library. If you are a fan of Shadowdark, you will recognize the Arcane Library, Kelsey's company. She is the person behind Shadowdark. So solo rules for Shadowdark RPG. I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna put something out here. This may be fairly, strong opinion, very, controversial, maybe, I don't know, discussion warranted for sure. I think solo RPGs, it's a direct attack on game masters. Okay? Just said it right. I said it, okay? I think it is a movement that is really trying to get rid of us as game masters. If you're a game master, these solo RPGs, I don't know. They're coming for our jobs. They're going to take them away from us. Right? Can I get an amen? Hear, hear, Orcus Dorcas, right? we have to stand up against some of these solo RPGs because, I mean, we buy a lot of RPGs as game masters. How some of these publishers put out solo RPGs, I think it's cutting their nose off to spite their face. Now, they would argue that there are more players and not enough game masters. There are not enough of us. But I don't think that's the answer. I don't think putting solo RPGs out for every player in the world to play, regardless of an available GM, I don't know if that's the answer. It's a complex situation. It's a complex scenario. And if you're a player and you appreciate solo RPGs, well, that's fine. I mean, you do you, but I would do what you can to find a game master or become a game master. Because I think our days are numbered. The computer was, personal computer was launched years ago and computer games came along. I mean, they did. And so, I don't know. It's for the GMs that can't keep a group. Victor Wyatt, the industry is out to get GMs. Gabe says, I do find the popularity of solo gaming ironic in the age when it's easier than ever to connect, but maybe time is the obstacle. Now, I know Gabe, he was playing Captain's Log, which is an STA solo type, solo version of Star Trek Adventures. I got my eye on you, Gabe. He also is a GM. So he's trying to skirt that fence a little bit, I think. Hobb says only the bad GMs. Let go and embrace your destiny. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Solo RPGs are an attack on GMs. Who cares? GMing is overrated and increasingly irrelevant in the evolving game design scene. Oh, Tim, you are local to me. I can find you. It's like AI art. Oh! That's just rhetoric from the gaming establishment. Don't be a sheep. Go solo. I knew I would open a Pandora's box on this. Ben Wyatt, good morning. Our time is precious as well. We don't just run the game, we play as well. All right. I see there is a debate that needs to be handled here and settled. This needs to be settled. Because if things keep going the way they are, everybody's going to be playing an RPG somehow. I'm not, so there. But it's not about that. It's about us GMs being cast aside. It'll be an ancient lost art. It'll be like the Jedi before the dark times. Easier to connect, but less time to schedule. Ty says solo is for people like me that schedules never match up. I prefer playing games with GMs. AI has replaced us all. Sean's a deep fake. I'm fake Sean Kelly. Stop playing with yourself. GMs need love too. Bill Payne, you're welcome. I'll be campaigning. I like playing with other people, but the kind of lonely fun of GM prep and solo games is cool too. I think you gotta pick a platform here, buddy. Tim, I'm just saying. If you're to play solo games, I don't know if you can be a game master. And if you're a game master, I don't know if you can play solo games. Like come on now. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's not how life works. Man. Topic for next week's video has been found. In all seriousness, solo play can make you a better GM. Are you for real with that, Evil Merlin? That I see that on your sign with your wooden handle. I see that. Life is a LARP. Another good bumper sticker. Hey-oh. Uh-oh. Well, look at that. We're visited by the USSR. Well, I think I finally arrived. Game Masters Local 12 needs to step up. Indeed. Indeed. Where's our steward? Let's join hands and dance. Oh, boy. Solo games are coming to take our jobs, build that moat and Bailey. What is going on? Watching USSR. The views expressed on this show are not the opinions of all here. That's true. All right, let's get going. Anyways, I should do if you're interested in the solo RPG, Shadowdark, definitely check it out. What am I doing here? It's out. The official free solo gameplay rules for Shadowdark. 12-page PDF booklet. Gives you the resources, role tables, and alternate rules you need to play Shadowdark RPG by yourself, which could probably help GMs run Shadowdark. Like, there's probably tables in there that will help. And it says an elegant oracle system to answer yes/no questions, a D100 prompt table to spark unexpected ideas and twists, a D100 dungeon name generator, a list of solo resources by category, NPCs, dungeons, monsters, and more. There you go. For those of you that don't know me and have just tuned to this and probably sliced it and put it on as a short, as a clip, I'm kidding. Like, if you play solo RPGs, knock yourself out. By clicking like, you agree with everything Sean says. Indeed, go click like. All right. RG Print News, some of the things we might have missed over at Ian World for the last week. First one. So RPG Print News on Ian World covers recent RPG releases and some classics, reprints, and sales available from retailers. It does not cover products that are available directly to customers only through Kickstarter or as print on demand. So just as a disclaimer. And we are not affiliated with Ian World or any of the sites that I mentioned today, but we do appreciate all their hard work, and you should go over there and check them out. So let's see. Castles Igig and Castles in Crusade Visiting Death. So hardcover with maps. The Castles Igig is $60. Beneath the shadow of the ancient, dreaded Castle Zagig stands the fortified town of Giegsburg. There you go. Check that out by Trollord Games. This one, Hand of God, by Melsonia Arts Council. It's for Troika. Softcover adventure. PC's kidnapped from their dreams by the demon bird Thog and trapped in his nest at the top of an ancient miles-high statue towering above the temple quarter of Troika. Next one. Looking at that USSR person in the chat. Thanks for taking the care of that, Harrigan. Deck of Many Insults. Language Advisory. You know what? Here, we're going to do something for just... I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure. I got that. I got it taken care of. Deck of Many Insults. Deck of 100 cards, $18. 100 insults like, you're about as bright as a stone golem and twice as dense. PCs can use these to antagonize any adversary and ensure verbal victory while dealing out devastating mockery. So if you are a bard, vicious mockery deck of Many Insults. Forbidden Lands Blood March Velvet. A3 map, all rolled up. Huh. Ooh, Velvet. I might have to put that on the wall. I don't know if, like, cloth maps do well on the wall. $29 US. See ya, Harrigan. An e-bike. Ooh, I am intrigued. The Alchemist and Their Magical Craft. The Wigmaker's Finger by Max Moon Games. They're both, one is for Troika and Into the Odd. The Alchemist and Their Magical Craft is Troika background and a lightweight set of alchemical rules, crafting rules, including a table of alchemical ingredients and a magnum oopsies table for when alchemy goes terribly awry. The Wigmaker's Finger is a one-shot adventure. Bastion's upper crust enjoy having a fancy prosthetic finger. When a poor wigmaker can't afford such a luxury, he hires the PCs to burgle him one of these extraneous yet extremely fashionable digits. See you, Joe. When I think about you, a solo game. Yeah, thanks, Bill Payne. All right. Continue on. Tephrotic Nightmares by Exalted Funeral for Merc Bori. Just yeah. Hardcover supplement, $45. Hexcrawl adventure campaign in which the PCs gather a crew, set sail, and embark upon the gray waves with a sharpened blade and a mouthful of ash. Ash, not cash. Hey-o. Contains hardcover with open spine binding and black ink edges. A GM-facing map of the sea, a player-facing map of the sea, a ship combat hex map, and a punch-out cardboard ship combat chits. Next one. Savage Worlds, Legend of Ghost Mountain Action Deck GM screen with the Ashen Monk Uprising Adventure, Legend of Ghost Mountain box set. So $150 for the box set. Ghost Mountain's a sacred site containing a physical gate to the underworld, and the Ghost Wardens make sure the dead pass through peacefully. But something's gone wrong. The dead rebel and the dead rebel, not rebel, they rebel in this case, and commit atrocities against the living. The Ghost Wardens must set things right. Ghost Wardens draw mystical martial arts techniques from strong emotions. It sounds like the fight of GM versus solo. The analogy is like uncanny. I had to look into this Bori pronunciation and it appears totally legit. Huh, who knew? The more you know, right? You guys come here and we all learned something. I gotta say, right? It's just, I rolled a disbelief. Yeah, Merc Bori. Scrolling down more. It's only magic. It's only magic. It's only magic. It's only magic. One book, one game, one publisher, no shame. One golden rule set to play the game. It's only magic. Your words, ladies and gentlemen, you can't get this anywhere else. You just can't, okay? Cypher System Hardcover Supplement. If you ever needed stats for a Centaur Barista, here you go. I was just talking about that the other day. Like, I went to the local coffee store and was like, coffee store. And I'm like, what? If this were a fantasy setting, that person behind the counter should be a centaur. How would I stat it out? Tools and advice for integrating magic and the supernatural into any modern game, along with an included setting, a magic coffee shop campaign. Inside, foci, descriptors, rules for magic cozy or grand, magical creatures like haunted cars and Bloody Mary, species descriptors for PCs, a bonus second campaign setting, and 3 adventures. Yeah, that's it. 4 print news. Okay. Yeah, look out, Weird Al, if that's your real name. Sorry, I feel a little spunky today. All right. Last but not least, let's get into crowdfunding. Running a little bit behind. Hang in there, folks. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right, this is getting some conversations going on occasion. Moonbeam. Moonbeam. Now, some of you are like, Moonbeam, I don't know what this is. Don't really care. I don't stream and I don't record, etc. I don't watch it. That's fine. It is interesting. I hope them the best of success. It is funded, $48K of a $10K goal. I've talked to a couple of individuals. Mr. Frank House had some opinions to share with me. I don't know. I think the consensus from some of the folks that I've spoken to is I hope they succeed. I don't know if the people that have hoped that they succeed have chipped in. I'm like, hey, so tell me, did you back this? Did you put in money? I just, I don't know. Again, I hope they succeed. I think what they're trying to achieve is, something that could be of value to the RPG community. So people are like, all right, Sean, what is it then? Come on, can you elaborate? I don't know what this Moonbeam is. So it's a platform that they're trying to put together that does live streaming. And there's a moderation kind of technology that they use within the chat to prevent harmful raids and things of that nature. So yeah, when you back Moonbeam, you're not just funding a new live streaming platform, you're taking a stand against a broken system and advocating for a brighter, safer online community. And Pixis is the moderation kind of, so it says, chances are you or someone you know has experienced cyberbullying or harassment online. And Pixis is to kind of nip that in the bud. There's a lot here. I have not backed it, full disclosure. I don't know if I will. There's splits, like they want to give 100% to creators. That's an interesting dynamic only because it's like, we want to give more to the creators, which they do if you buy bits as a customer or a viewer and then donate those bits, right? Like there's bits on Twitch. I forgot what they're calling them here. Moonstones is what they're called here. So if you buy moonstones, and moonstones are, a penny a stone. So you could buy X, like when you buy those moonstones and you put them in the chat of the streamer, they get that moonstone. So if you donate 100 moonstones, they get $1. And I think, but yeah, so it's not like if an ad's played on your stream and that ad costs X amount of dollars or whatever, you get all the ad money. That's not what's going to happen, which is understandable. But there is some interesting things. I have much to say about this thing. I really do, but I don't want to do it here. And I don't even know if this is the audience, because some of you are like, if it comes out and I have to, I want to watch AP and it's on there. Critical Role, my understanding, is a pretty decent sized backer for this. And then there are also some other publishers that are also doing their own. I guess on Backer Kit, you can do this, and then you could have sub campaigns. And those sub campaigns are being done by like Evil Hat, Monty Cook Games is involved. So they have their own little campaign on Backer Kit that you can, like, they're doing a show using Moonbeam, and then they offer rewards if you want to support that show on Moonbeam, and then that supports the platform. So it's a few moving parts here. Anyways, I hope they succeed. I'm interested, but yeah. History shows this unfortunately will not make it. I'll do good out the gate, but can't compete with the big boys, and who they are marketing towards is too niche. People can watch via that platform, but it can also be simultaneously streamed to Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. So here's some things. If they got rid of the micropayments Moonstones, I would watch it, but that's a bridge too far for me. Here's kind of the things that, I don't know. As far as I know, I've read some of the folks that are involved. Great, good people, professionals, but nobody from like YouTube, nobody from Twitch, nobody from Kick, nobody from, Ustream, like nobody that I don't think anybody on the staff have worked for a streaming company that I know of, right? Am I wrong? Which is okay, because there's plenty of startups like I know I can do better. I'm going to make a better mousetrap, and that person does. It's what some of the technology platforms out there have done. Fantastic, great. But there's also people that are from Twitch and Ustream and YouTube and Insert, some of these platforms that have done this, that know the challenges and have been involved in some of those platforms, and those platforms have failed. But there's also the tech people that build it, and then there's the administration, leadership, marketing piece that, or the people that are setting the strategy and wanting to make it a business. And those things have to align. Otherwise, you could build the greatest mousetrap and nobody can afford it, or you can't run it because it's not a viable business model. Nobody with a sizable level of influence? ? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But here's the thing. It costs a lot of money. Twitch is I don't know if they're a huge moneymaker. They've changed a lot of things to help them be more profitable. It'll be also interesting because I think they're hosting this on AWS, so Amazon Web Services. And when you, to me, that's like Walmart having their e-commerce site on Amazon's services. That just doesn't, I don't know. I mean, if whatever. I don't know. We'll see. There's only time will tell. Plus, I think the biggest thing is if it's for RPGers only, which it sounds like it is really started, we're fairly freaking small. Like the video game industry, and some of the reasons Twitch does so well is there's a lot of video gamers on there and other people. So you're chopping off the RPG section of Twitch and putting it on Moonbeam, and you're assuming that a majority of those streamers on Twitch will move to Moonbeam. So you have, like, if I'm an advertiser, where am I going to spend my advertising dollars? Do I do it on Moonbeam or Twitch or YouTube? And if I put it on Moonbeam, what is my ROI and how much are my ads going to cost? So if it's a lesser amount of people, then the ads are going to be less expensive. If they're less expensive, like, and who am I targeting as a, like, Moonbeam advertiser? Who's your user base? Well, a bunch of RPG gamers. Like, what's their ages? What's their, gender? What are their things? You go to Twitch and you get fed up, like, they're some of those ads are like Alienware computers, which are probably used by a lot of Twitch people, and whatever. So there's the cost of advertising. If they pay for an ad, is that enough to reward the streamers, and is it enough to keep the platform afloat? I don't know. We'll see. So many thoughts to the Discord. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to pound that home, because I know some of you guys are like, this is like the one thing that I'm just not interested in at all. And that's fine. Next one, Dice Pool. This is Evil Hat. This is one of those ones that I mentioned was like a sub campaign of Moonbeam. So they're going to, and it's almost funded. It has 20 days left, and it's like $500 away. So join the Dice Pool. It's a series of 4 live stream discussions featuring the most popular games: Monster of the Week, Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Blades in the Dark, and Fate. So it's kind of like, we'll support the platform, and then we'll do our own thing, and then you can buy chits and stuff, and here are some of the things we're going to do. We'll see. And then Monty Cook Games has its own thing too out there too. I just don't have that bookmarked. Here's one. Whoops. Let me get that off the screen. Apologies. Smurfs is coming. Kevin Saltheart is sometimes in the chat, and he is involved in this project. Oh, yeah, the eyeball to eyeball. I did put that out there, though. Is there something with eyeball to eyeball? It's out, right? Oh, it's finally launched, the campaign, I think. I brought that up in a previous stream. I don't know maybe that might have been the one you couldn't make. They are doing demos of Smurfs at Gen Con. I'm going to check it out. That's awesome. So Kevin Saltheart and amongst other people, you get notified. So this is the pre-campaign. It hasn't been launched yet, but sometimes we touch on these. Tabletop role-playing game based on the Smurfs universe. There you go. Blue dice. You gotta have blue dice. Can you imagine having like Smurfs and you like put in like you miss like something as silly as that? Smurfs NGL. I have a soft spot for licensed games, no matter how bad they are. I'll probably get this. Nice, Tyler. Oh, it's not funded yet? Oh, we got to get that funded. What is it? Eyeball to eyeball. Oh, man. Crowdfunding. I don't know if it's on Kickstarter. Oh, $500 away. It's like this close. All right, folks. Selfishly, I am a backer of this, and I brought it up on stream before. They're at $8,000 US. There's 103 backers. There's 5 days left. I don't want to kick in $500 to get this thing over the goal line. If I can help it. But I will. No, I can't. It's in the link is in the chat. I'm coming. There you go. Put in $5, whatever. So this is a 10 to 39 player LARP system about the Cuban Missile Crisis. And when it was brought to my attention, I was talking about how great this thing would be in education, in academia. And as a matter of fact, they've run this already. Like, that's the use case for a lot of the game. And they even mention it in here. But they're putting it out to the mass public and trying to get it out there for anybody to play. This would be cool to run at a con. So DEF CON digital is $25. And at that level, it's optimized PDFs of the core game book and the instructor's manual. You will also receive an applicable digital stretch goal. And maybe if you're in academia and you're not teaching like history necessarily or social sciences or whatever, you could still use it as a game of LARP and tie it into like, hey, here's a LARP based on a historical, it's a game that is on historical things. Like there's, I mean, obviously miniatures have historical miniature battles and things of that nature. There's RPGs that, you know, are World War II based and things of that nature. So here's a LARP about an actual conflict. So hopefully in February I can get a copy of this. Now it is on backer kit. So is it all or nothing, I think, right? Indiegogo is like the one where it doesn't have to be all or nothing. So this ends on July 25th. So it's 5 days, like I said. If you want to spread the word and get this thing over the... So close. So close. It's not like a why, like nobody's interested. There's like $1,000, you know, committed to it. Central Michigan University Press, Bold Pocket Press is like helping them. So there you go. This backs, I may try to run it at Strategicon. I'm going to guess it's one of those where you probably have to have like 2 or 3 people. If you get like 39 people in a LARP, holy cow. Hell yeah, education through gaming. There you go. Yeah, there are classroom sets. Yes, they're actually, yes, you're right. They have like a classroom level where you can get multiple copies of this thing. Thanks for letting me know who's. I didn't realize it wasn't funded yet. All right. EN World, last thing, getting there. Let's see, these are everything that's ending between July 25th and the 31st. No affiliation with EN World. Just go over there, check out all their stuff. Your Zero Engine game, Eldritch Automata from Gehenna Gaming. Core rulebook, $55. Mechs, Cosmic Horror, and the Year Zero Engine. There you go. That's what it's about. Inspired by Evangelion, Pacific Rim, and other mechs versus Monsters Fair. There you go. Cool. Neon Blood, Year Zero. Some Year Zero community action. All right. Liking it. Core rulebook. This campaign converts the original Neon Blood, an Electrum Celeron drive-thru, to the Year Zero engine. Book offers a gritty cyberpunk TTRPG for your gaming table. Despite using Free League's engine in the same genre as Free League's version of Blade Runner, this project has a different look and feel. It's 2035 and the horrors of hacking and cybernetics are daily occurrences. Neon Blood, their goal is OSR-inspired gameplay melded with the Year Zero engine. Deadly and specific, you'll need to be great at combat and lucky to survive. And that is funded. Cool. I don't know if I'll get on it, but hey. Next, Sinless Billionaire Bounty from Hack and Slash Publishing. If you've played Shadowrun 3rd or 4th, you will find the game very comfortable, along with some of its unique aspects of the logo, if you will. $19 for the PDF and POD discount versions of the book. Cyberpunk and Magic combined in this TTRPG homage to Shadowrun. There you go. It's funded. The Oracle, monster generator for fantasy RPGs, system neutral by Nord Games. They do some cool stuff. Do you need a way to randomly generate system neutral monsters? The box set offers cards that can be pulled and combined to make monsters. That's way funded. Trickerion, the role-playing game by Shadowlands Games. It's a backer kit. This is Easterpe game system. Not something I'm familiar with. Must be French. I'm just kidding. It's euros. 29 euros for the PDF and books. TTRPG adapts the board game Trickerion Legends of Illusion for fans wanting a deeper dive into that world. It's Victorian-esque with magic and steampunk. In a world where magic is real, guilds and gangs try to monopolize the power in the city of the Magoria. You're an illusionist, navigating the streets of power, dealing with intrigue and violence in your pursuit of fantastic abilities. There you go. Hell Power from Helltongue Storytelling for Merc Bori. Well, I got to go back and edit all my videos and all my dialogue. 50 euros. The idea behind this game is dark. Like dark, like evil. Dark is in I can't see. Dark is in color. Hell gave out superpowers to their adherents, murderers, thieves, sociopaths, and the ultra-greedy. In a world of superpowers, the good have none. Inspired by The Boys, this 120-page Merc Bori TTRPG from the creator of Corp Bori and Kill Your Necromancer promises a dark and dangerous time. When the powers that have a bad day, you have to fight back. Cult of the Cave Crickets, an adventure for D&D 5e and DCC from Dark Star Adventures. Subterranean cosmic horror. It's cosmic. It's always cosmic. It's never just, I mean, you got horror and you got cosmic horror. Second level characters, multi-session adventure with new monsters, traps, and terror. It's funded. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. There you go. Thanks for sticking in there. Thanks for hanging out all the way through. DCC goodness indeed. All righty. I want to thank all these folks over here for supporting me with a little financial shing, if you will. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for showing up today and give me one of these if you haven't already. And if you didn't, you don't want to, that's cool. Thanks for being here and interacting with the chat. And if you came after the live stream, hey, thank you as well. It's good to see everybody. The Shadowdark West Marches games continue. It's a little bit slower pace. It's July. Everybody seems to be going to Disney World for the month. But, you know, I'm going to have more people. So Kevin was one of them who like, hey, let's play. Let's get a group together. Sean, when are you available? Can you do Wednesday or Thursday? And I'm like, yes, I can do Thursday. So a little bit more traditional West Marches in the organization and scheduling versus me putting out 3 dates, which I think I might be going more towards. So even if it's like kind of a drip campaign, like it's not happening twice a week, which kind of I was hoping to do, it will still continue. I'm also considering doing a Delta Green game, multi-session, like one scenario, soup to nuts. That may be 6 to 8 sessions to commit. I may be hitting up some of the folks from the Beaslandia community if interested. It will not, like, I'm not canning the West Marches game, but I may more on Delta Green. But I don't want to run it for like ever. I want to do a scenario. People got their characters. I might run another one. The same person comes in, they've got their old character. Happy to do that. That's fine. Just got the itch. I got the itch from some DG, baby. We'll see. Some interesting going-ons at the West Marches. Let me tell you, some weird, strange things are afoot in some of those hexes. Let me tell you. Okay? So I'm going to let you go, everybody. Thanks again. Be a positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby. Hope to see you next week, Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time, where I will be here. I will be here once again to see all of you. Have a great weekend. Peace.